Hey friends, this is DJT and I'm coming to you with a quick video really about what it means to lead in a time of crisis. And I think by nature of that title, it means knowing what to do when you don't know what to do. That's what it means to lead in a time of crisis. And so I wanted to just share 5 tips. If you are a leader, if you are a key player, if you're on the front line, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a parent, this video is for you. Wanted to share 5 things to keep in mind as we lead through these uncertain times. So the first tip is to manage your energy. If you hear me talk at all, you know that energy is everything. I'm an energy person. I can feel a different energy when I walk into the room. And as a leader, we know that people are looking to us for reassurance. And so I always say that you can be a fire starter or a fire extinguisher. And so that means you can walk around with a can of gasoline or a can of water. Which will you be? Will you inflame a situation or will you extinguish it and put it out with positivity and hope? People are depending on you to determine how to respond, quite honestly. And so your tone, your energy, your words matter during such an uncertain time. When I think about this responsibility of leadership, I think about a Maya Angelou quote that says, I do my best because I'm counting on you counting on me, right? That is the role of leadership. I know that people are counting on me to lead. And so for that reason alone, I try and do my best. Tip number 2 is to watch your words. People are hanging on to your every word. And so communication is so important. Consistent communication, frequent communication, transparent communication, and honest communication are all important during a time of crisis. I was listening to Trevor Noah and he made a joke. He said, if I'm on an airplane and we're about to experience some turbulence, he said, I really appreciate the pilot coming on saying, you're going to experience a couple of bumps and here's what I want you to do. Right? Versus saying everything's going to be okay, this is going to be a perfect flight, the best of your life, right? We appreciate that transparency and that honesty so that when the turbulence does come, right, we're ready. That's what he said. I can trust that person, right? He was consistent. She was consistent in sharing what to expect during that time of uncertainty. It minimizes fear and it inspires confidence in that leader. And in that case, it's the pilot of that plane. Tip number 3 is to trust your team and to trust experts. The thing about leadership is that it's not always about you. Sometimes the job of leadership is to step out of the way and to make room for those who are experts, right? It's the time to listen to what your people are saying. It's the time to defer to someone else. The role of a leader is to remove obstacles so that people can do what they need to get done. So in a time of crisis, it is not a situation where you have to be the expert on everything. You need to know what the questions are, and you need to know who can answer those questions, and then you bring them on as part of that team. Sometimes, again, leading means leading from behind and putting that expert out front in order to inspire confidence and reduce fear. Tip number 4 is to essentially operate more like a nonprofit. So I happen to serve as the CEO of a nonprofit, and when I say operate like a nonprofit, I talk about the 2 bottom lines. That is a people and a social bottom line and then a financial bottom line. But in nonprofits, we've always known that 501c3 is a tax status. Yes, we are a business, but the difference between the way that we operate is that it's people over everything, right? We center on people. It's a human-centered design where the needs of people come first. And so in this time of crisis, the needs of people matter more than anything else. And so shout out to all of the nonprofit leaders who have been practicing this for a long time. It can be a real inspiration to those handling this COVID crisis. So the last tip that I have for you is to listen and learn. In order for you to lead and inspire others, you have to constantly be leading yourself. That's the most important thing. You can't control so many things around us, but the only thing that you can control is you. And so I I can't think of a better time than now to really invest in your own personal growth and development. And so as you are listening to your people, as you are listening to the concerns, the fears, the hesitations, think about what they need and how you can give it to them. That's what a leader does, right? And so I hope that you are watching this video in an effort to grow and learn as a leader, and that this is just the first of many. So would love to hear how you're handling this in your own space, but wanted to just come on to create community, connection, and hopefully to touch, move, and inspire you to keep the faith during this really uncertain time. So with that, I want to encourage you to find something that you are passionate about and speak on it. If you've listened to me in any other video, you know that my passion is leadership. And so I can't help but think through this crisis through the lens of leadership. And so I hope that something that I've shared with you has inspired thought or action. And I just want to encourage you to do the same thing. Until next time, take care.